Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Bushman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the forecast for each life path number for the new moon that's coming up on November 13th, 2023. This, of course, is a general forecast. If you would like me to go through your personal numerology or your own personal forecast, I would love to do that. Just book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. Now, for this new moon, by the time this comes around, we'll be well beyond eclipse season. Still probably feeling the effects of the eclipse season because they do kind of take some time, 6 months to a year, to fully unfold the storylines. But we should be out of the heat of it. I'm actually recording this on the eclipse, but by the time this new moon comes around, we should have clear insights of what's unfolding because of those eclipses, or what was closed out and what could be coming in. So let's take a look at this new moon and see what this could be bringing in for us. Life path number 9. So you all are working with the energy of the 4, and you're working with bear energy. So I'm actually going to just combine these two energies because they're so similar. There's a lot of things that kind of go together with these energies. So this is really beautiful. So what I would say first about bear energy that also correlates with the 4 energy is that it's a very loyal energy. There's a protectiveness to this energy, but that's got a sense of loyalty to it, right? So I think about like the mama bear and its cubs. There is a tremendous amount of loyalty and commitment and protective nature around the mother bear and its cubs. And so there's something here that's asking you to look at what is it that you are loyal to, what is it that you are very much committed to, and is your heart in it? Because with 4 energy, it always comes back to the heart center, the 4th chakra, and your intuition. And so there's definitely something here where you're being asked to take a closer look at your commitments to what it is that you're loyal to, and just make sure that your heart is in it and you're not doing it because of pressure or comparisons to other people or burdens. You're burdening yourself to do it, or obligations, but you're doing it out of the goodness of your heart and because you really want to do it. Like it's from your heart center. So I do think that those themes will be coming up around this new moon for you to take a look at. And here's the tricky part. If you come back with, I'm committed to this, but my heart's not in it, then guess what? There's going to be some releasing there that needs to take place. Otherwise, of course, you're self-sabotaging yourself and others by continuing to commit to or show up to something that your heart's not in. So that could very much be coming in around this new moon. The other reason why I say that is because this new moon is happening in the sign of Scorpio, and it's a 13-4 cycle, which is all about death, transformation, rebirth at the heart of the 4, right? 13-4. And so with that, it's asking us to take a closer look at our heart center and our intuition and what it is that we're loyal to and committed to and showing up for. And we want to make sure that we're doing it for the right reasons. The other thing with bear energy is there's such a strong connection with earth and nature, right? So you may just be called to go out in nature more, go for more walks in nature, surround yourself with nature. If you live in the city, maybe buy some plants to surround yourself with plants. Pay attention to the birds or the squirrels or chipmunks or whatever you have access to that's nature sort of oriented in the city. But if you're if you live closer to nature or you have access to nature in a more in-depth way, then, immerse yourself in nature during this time because it can be really healing. It can also open you up to sides of yourself that you haven't connected to in a while. And then also it can open you up to the greater purpose in life, the bigger presence of life, which, we're all a part of. So you could see that come in as well, or themes of that. So this can be a very healing time just for your soul, just for your mental, your mental health, all those things. To sort of immerse yourself in nature can always do wonders. The other thing I would say about the 4 and bear energy is that there's definitely something here about rest and work, or rest and action. It doesn't have to be work, but like action, right? And so make sure that you're finding a healthy balance between the two, that you're honoring your time for rest and rejuvenation and reconnection, as well as your time for action, taking the initiative, going after what you want, being assertive, putting in the effort, etc., being dedicated, seeing things through to completion, all of those things, right? Because if we think about bear energy, they hibernate for a good portion of their life, well, not their lives, but for their lives, but each year they hibernate. And so there's this beautiful balance between action and then rest and regeneration and rejuvenation. And so just make sure that you're honoring that within yourself as well. The other thing with the 4 coming in as a cycle, especially at a new moon, although I do think that this is going to be more about your emotions, working through your emotions, working through any internal things, again, reconnecting to nature, that sort of thing, just because of the 4 energy and the bear energy. But there's definitely something in Scorpio energy as well. But there's also something that could come in for you all around your actual house. So the structure of your house. So any repairs, anything that kind of creeps in, hopefully it's nothing, but if you have a leaky roof or a drippy faucet, make sure you get that taken care of. Don't let it go, right? This is when you're in a 4 cycle, it's not about procrastination. It's about like getting focused, getting serious about something and taking care of it. So that will alleviate any issues in the future or bigger issues in the future. It's same thing with your physical body, right? The house of the soul. Just make sure that if anything crops up around this time, physically or mentally or emotionally or spiritually, that you address it, that you don't suppress it or avoid it, that you address it and work through it. Because that will alleviate any, it morphing into something bigger than it needs to be. So the other thing I'll say about 4 energy that might be significant for you all is just be aware that it can tend to slow things down because it does require patience. It requires us to check in with ourselves, take a look at everything, make sure that we're doing things step by step and not trying to speed ahead. So when we're in a 4 cycle, it can feel like things take longer to achieve or to do or to come to completion. So if you do start something around this new moon, which would not be unlikely because it is a new moon, just know that whatever you start or initiate at this time will likely take time to come to fruition. So give yourself that time. Give yourself that grace. Don't expect instant gratifications when it comes to a 4 cycle or initiating things in a 4 cycle. It will likely take time, and you just have to continue to show up to it and commit to it as long as your heart's still in it. So I hope that's helpful, and I hope it's a beautiful new moon. Take care, Nines. Bye for now.